Hi, my name is Tiago Duarte and welcome to another video tutorial here at Daily Beats. In today's video we are going to make a type beat, Yung Bleu type beat, and this is a beat or a song that is currently trending. It's about 6 months and a half, 2.2 million, and I like the beat, and I thought I could maybe I'm not going to remake the beat. I'm going to take the elements of the beat and make one. So it's kind of a type beat, but it's not a remake of the beat. And before we jump into the tutorial, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications so that you know when we upload new videos. And where I was. If you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comments below. And also we are offering a 25% discount on our plugin splitEnhancer. Let me show you which one is this one here. It's a very nice plugin, and we are offering 25% off until December 18th. So I will have the codes below and the information in the description of this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start making the beat. I have a list of the things that I want to incorporate in this beat. So we are going to make a chord progression with the electronic piano or e-piano. Then we have claps, bass or 808, kick, hi-hat, percussion, crash and flute. So let's start out with electric piano. So let's go here to open the browser. Let's go to packs, instruments, keyboard and electric. I'm going to make a chord progression. So I will leave the tempo like 138. I'm not sure if this is the tempo of the song, but it doesn't matter. We are just trying to get the elements and do something in the same style, not remaking the same beat. Even the chord progression will be different. So let's see what we have here. Let's go to scale highlighting. Let's choose for instance C minor. Let's go ahead and start making here a chord progression. Okay. Let me go now something like this. No. Let me go up. I like this, and now let's change something here in the second part. No. Okay, I like this. Let's put this on channel 1. Let's lower the volume because it's too loud. Let me check the volume. Okay. And let's try octave lower. Now I want this one here. We can even swap this piano with a new one. Let's go to Analog Lab. Let's go to keys. I like this one, so let's leave this one here. Let's go ahead and use and start making the bass. For the bass, I'm going to use, let me see what I'm going to use for the bass. Let me choose a Moog. Instead of going with the 808, I'm going with Moog. Okay, so now we can copy just the notes like this and bring them down, and after we have the bass, the root notes, we can just lower the octaves and even lower. With the control, we can click in control, and with the up and down arrow you can change the octaves. Okay, I like this. So this is the mix. This one here is, I will call it keys, and this is Moog, not Moog. Oops. Moog. Okay. So now we can start ahead, and we can go ahead and start making the claps, kicks, hi-hats, percussion, and crashes. Let's use the drums from Mode Audio. I will have a combination of claps. I will not just use one clap. I will start layering claps. Okay, so that we can get our more, how can I say, a more full sound. Okay, I like this one. Copy, paste. I will have everything in the same preset, in the same mix channel. Okay, let me put this one too. Let's route this to the mix, clap. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab a kick. I like this one, but I'm going to make it shorter with the fade out. Something like this, sounds nice. I don't remember the kick pattern, but again, that doesn't matter because I'm not trying to replicate the same song. Let's go now with hi-hats. This one, it's channel 6, so this is the kick. With hi-hats, I'm going to put them on a new pattern. Okay, let's open up, let's put here one note, and let's start making the pattern. let me change the snap degree to 1.5 steps so that I can make a more drastic hi-hat roll. Select everything. Okay, let's listen. Now I want to change the notes of the hi-hats so that we have that up-down pitch variation in the hi-hats. So now we can even do something like this, add them to the mixer. Hi-hats. Okay, now let's add some percussion. I like this one. Something like this. Okay, let's route this to the mix channel, and this is percussion, and this is also percussion. So you can see that we already have a nice beat here, and it only took us 7 minutes into the tutorial. And as you can see, we can, if we have already an idea of what we want to produce, it's much faster and much easier to make beats. Sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to figure out notes and stuff that we want to do, but or elements that we want to add to the beat. But since whenever we have an idea in the sounds that we want to use in our beats, that takes us much less time to make beats, and that's a good way to make some really nice stuff faster. So let's now grab a crash or a cymbal. I like this one. Let's put this on track 9. Let's route this to the mix. Let me go ahead and put here a new hi-hat, a new cymbal. And again, if I stop this tutorial and went back to listen to the song, it will have nothing to do with the song, because that's not the idea. But if you listen carefully, the elements are the same. So this is crash, this is hi-hats, this is drums, and I will take off the percussion. Control X. Now let's hit F4 to create a new pattern and rename it, and we can call it perc of percussion. Let's add that to the playlist. And now here in the we still have one instrument left to finish this beat. So this is E piano, and this is the bass. And also it will not sound the same, also because of I probably guess that that song was mixed by a really talented mixer and a mix engineer, and in a really nice studio. So the sounds will not sound the same, and that's not the idea again. But yeah, have in mind that even your beat, if you make a beat, if you have an artist rapping on it, the sounds, even though you have done here some kind of mixing and your beat sounds nice, when they go to professional studios they will come even better, because normally professional studios have treated rooms, have nice speakers, stuff that normally we might not have at home, and that makes a huge difference. So yeah, keep that in mind also, that here this kind of the mix that I do will not get closer to the one that you can listen from the original song. So let me go here to stereo separation, put everything mono here, this part the mids, let's open them up. Okay, something like this, not too much, just so that we can listen to the highs a little bit better. Let's go ahead here with splitEnhancer. Let's put this on medium and let's bring up the enhancement and the split about 4K. So everything above 4K will will go through the enhancement algorithm, and this makes a big difference, or a subtle difference, but it's a big one. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add a little bit of compression. Okay, now we are about 1.6 and we still have this one here to compress the final bit. Let me put this at minus 0.3 and even increase a little bit the threshold. And I don't want to smash this beat, and I think it's a nice spot to be. So let's go ahead and separate these two instruments. Let's go to split by channel, and this will separate the two instruments by its channel or by its pattern, if that makes sense what I just said. Okay, so now we have the basic song here. Let me lower the keys a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and find a flute, which can be a little bit tricky, but if we do not find a flute, we can use some kind of lead. And let's see, where do I have flutes? Let's go to expand to. I know that I have some flutes here. Let's put this on channel number 10. Let's close for now. Let's bring this to, let's route the flute to the mix, and let's go ahead here and open the expand tool, and let's go to flutes. Let's see what we can have here. I don't know if I have that kind of stuff. Woodwind, okay, maybe here. Okay, we have here one flute. Let me put this on a higher octave. Okay. Flute. Okay, now let's go ahead and make some kind of melody here. that too low. It's too low for me. We can even add here this kind of this variation. So now here in the beginning we go from down up. We can go here from up down. And we can even go ahead and let me change this. So this is flute. So let's go ahead, take this off from this pattern. Let's hit F4 and call this flute. Let's paste it. And what I'm going to do is to extend this a little bit so that I can add some variation. So instead of being just 4 bars, I want it to be 8 bars, at least the flute. And this is where we start to put more time in our beats, because usually when we make beats, you can make some loops very fast. As you saw in 7 minutes in this tutorial, we already had like a nice loop, or at least the base of the loop. And as you can see here, now we are 10 minutes after and we have the mix. Right now we have a beat mixed and with master and some effects, and now we are approximating the final result. So let's see what we can do here. And I will also add some nice effect to this flute. Okay, maybe here in the snare. Okay, so now I want to add some kind of variation, like vibrato here to the flute, something like this. And for that I want to go ahead here with the controller, Fruity Formula controller, and let's use basic sine LFO, this preset here. And as you can see, this creates a simple sine wave, and I want to decrease the variation and speed it up. To speed up, I will use this formula, and instead of having ×2, I will have it ×20. And as you can see, the speed of the sine wave increased. Now let's go ahead here with the right button of the mouse. Let's go ahead and link to controller, and here internal controllers, let's open up formula controller and let's accept it. Let's increase a little bit of the let's increase a little bit of the maybe 20 is too much. Let's go with 10. We can even add some kind of offset so that it moves only in the, how can I say, it adds some kind of offset to the variation of the sine wave. In this way, because I use this because, oops, what happened here? Okay, so I have to do something like this. Okay. What happened? I add in the beginning, before I add this controller, this effect, I had the flute bend to the right. So I added the offset so that I still have the same variation, the same effect, but I want it more to the right. I said left. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Sometimes I change right from left. Not too often, but sometimes it happens. Okay, now we can even go ahead and add more effects. So for instance, we can add some kind of reverb. Okay, so we increase the size, apply a low cut, drive or increase the wet level and stereo separation. We can do it to the maximum, something like this. We can even go ahead and use the kick as a sidechain for the bass, so let's go ahead and use that. So the kick, let's sidechain to this track, and if we go here to the Moog, we can go ahead here to the dynamics, fruity limiter, and as you can see here, the bass is pretty much the value, or the dynamic range is really smooth, doesn't have a lot of variation. So we can go ahead here and change from limiter to compressor. Let's go to sidechain, right click, and select the kick. And now if we decrease the threshold, we start seeing that this is the peaks of the kick. Every time the kick happens, we have this kind of bluish peak here. And now if we increase the ratio, we can have let's say a ratio of 4:1. Sorry about that. Okay, now we can decrease even more the threshold, and I want to add a different curve here. So let's go ahead here to the curve and let's put in curve 2, which is a more smooth curve. If you want to know more about the curves, you can go here and help, and you will find here the FL Studio user manual. Sorry, here I have two monitors, so it opened up in the second monitor. And let's go ahead, and here the curves. You can see that here we can have very different curves styles, and you can know more about the curves here. But I want curve 2 because it's more smooth, more rounded. And now I can even go ahead and increase the bass a little bit. And let's go ahead and add some effects. I want to smooth the bass even more, so let's go and apply a low pass filter. We can add some kind of compression here to the keys. I'm just using, normally I would use Waves compressor, this one C1 comp, or even this one R compressor, but in this case I'm going to just use the built-in compressors in FL Studio. And as you can see here, we have a lot of dynamic range here in the electric keys. So what I'm going to do is to lower a little bit of add a little bit of compression to the keys, so that we have more of this part here. This part here that is too low, I want it more. So let's go ahead here to the threshold and apply a compression of 4:1 or 3:1, around that. Let's apply a little bit of compression. Okay, now it's a little bit more even, but we lost a lot of volume. So now we can go ahead and increase the gain of the limiter, so that now we have a more smooth electric piano. And of course, now I can say that the beat is done. We could even add more stuff to the song, add some variation here. So let's see what I could do, for instance, select a little bit more, add some more parts, and for instance take the flute, take out the percussion and the crash, or even the hi-hats. Take out the hi-hats and just leave the percussion. We can even add some kind of, we can even add a piano or something like that. We can go here also to the keys and add some reverb, so that it masks a little bit of the effect of the compressor. Make it more smooth. You see the difference? Now it's more prevalent. It's more present in the mix. We could also add some compression here to the flute, but yeah, I think we can say that the beat is done. And this is a record for me, a tutorial under 30 minutes. We are now in 27 minutes, and after some cuts it can go even lower. Okay, but probably I think I accidentally stopped the recording, so it can be around 30 minutes, but it doesn't matter the time. As you can see, we now have a ready let's say ready radio beat, because I would if I had to rap, I would definitely rap on this track. I know that it's mine, I'm a little biased, but yeah, I think we can say it's a done beat or a done tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new here to this channel, please subscribe and activate the notification so that you know when we upload new videos. And also, if you are watching this on Facebook, please jump to our YouTube and activate the notifications, and subscribe and activate the notifications, and leave a like on our page, Daily Beats page. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comments below and I will answer. And if you want to see more of these tutorials, please consider go to our website and buy a product from us. It helps a lot for to keep us floating. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.